Yesterday, football's biggest stars held an emergency meeting and said, you know what? We are not going to be hedging anymore. Hedging is now optional for us. You see what time? We're going to pause time. And they decided, you also know what we are going to do. We are not going to do draws like those guys did before yesterday did. We're going to do wins. And I didn't predict every single win, right? But then Mbappe first came out and scored 2 goals, and we thought, damn, Mbappe, like, he's gonna be the guy to catch in this competition. And then Haaland came back with a reply, like, you heard of Mbappe? How about Haaland? You heard of him? Yeah, and he scored 2 goals also, and an assist towards the end. I don't know if he did get the assist to his name, but then he did one better. At least he tried to do one better, and then Messi walked here like, hold my beer. This young cats, they don't understand why they call me the GOAT. They don't understand why I have the legends still actively playing. They don't understand the kind of relationship I have with type. I don't age. I don't understand the definition of age. Aging? No, I'm still a baller. At 39 years old, I can still score my first hat-trick in the World Cup. And then, boom, just like that. Messi, hat-trick in the World Cup. And he equals closest record as the highest goal scorer in World Cup competitions, and then you have to respect Lionel Messi. Is a fantastic player, more than fantastic player. He's probably the best player we've ever seen, though, haven't we? I mean, at least my generation has seen. So you know what, Messi. What can we say about him? Speechless. It's an honor. It's an honor to witness that kind of greatness from first hand. No, it's not something that you see every generation. I mean, you see the next generation coming up, and you can't really see any of them being Messi. But then you never know. But with that being said, anyways, first match started. France won 3-1 against Senegal. Senegal did give them a good fight, but then they were just too much. The attacking power of France was fantastic, and then I like the way the coach switched Olise around during the second half. It made it more difficult for Senegal to pin him to one side, and it give them chances to score goals. And Mbappe was playing as an attacker, which was also good. He was playing like a fantastic attacker in the second half. That is what Madrid fans wanted to see him do, but then he's not done it a lot. And I think it's not probably entirely up to him. It's probably entirely because of the connection with Olise that he had yesterday. I just think Florentino Perez should be looking at that 150 million and thinking that maybe I should spend it on Olise. I don't think Bayern are gonna reject 150 million for Olise. I don't think so. So if you spend it on Olise, you put him behind Mbappe, I think goals are gonna come true. But then Norway faced Iraq 4-1. Haaland did his thing. He opened his goal scoring record, first World Cup, and then he's already scoring 20 minutes in. Also, incredible footballer, incredible team effort. We did expect Norway to go far. Argentina 3-0 to Algeria. It was a Messi show, wasn't it? I mean, no pun intended, but still, it was Messi's show, And he cried during this first goal, which I thought it was sentimental, but he did say later that it was something else. But yeah, you know what? Whatever he's going through, hope he's gotten over it, and hope he's ready to show us some fantastic football like he did yesterday. I mean, there was questions about maybe being a red card or not, which I personally think it would have been a red card. It's Henry was saying like intent. It's not. It doesn't matter intent if you hurt someone. Like if you go for a challenge, for a ball or something like that, and then someone get hurt, intent does not matter anymore. If their career ends because of your tackle or something like that, intent doesn't matter anymore. If that tackle was on Messi, would we be talking about intent? Let's be honest. I mean, I know I like Messi also. He did fantastic. He did play well yesterday, and so I've been sad to see him go off on the red card. But still, if that challenge was on Messi, would we be sitting here talking about intent? We wouldn't be. It's a challenge that was risky. It's a challenge that was bad, and it was bad. However you look at it, but still, Lionel Messi doing his thing, and he gets the benefit of it that because it's the GOAT, doesn't he? So good for him. Austria did beat Jordan 3-1. Jordan did put off a good fight, but Austria was just too much. Austria waited like how many years? 28 years to come back to this competition, so they're not gonna just let it slide. They're not gonna just let Jordan, didn't put up a good fight and then think that's it. No, it's not gonna happen. Portugal against Congo today. Oof. Ronaldo needs to reply because Mbappe did it yesterday, Haaland did it yesterday, Messi did it yesterday, and I'm just worried for that because you might just feel like if the goal doesn't come from Ronaldo, he might force it and he might just put Portugal at risk. He's 41 years old, and I understand he probably also wants to chase some records. He's human. He's gonna have to chase something. something has to keep you motivated. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm just enjoying my football." Something keeps you motivated, and that's probably goals. That's probably beating Messi. That's probably letting the young dogs like Mbappe, Haaland know that the King Kong is still in the building. But yeah, so I expect them to have a 2-0 win over Democratic Republic of Congo, and then England, Croatia, and Haiti, Croatia. At this point, Modric might be a vampire. That guy doesn't want to. He doesn't want to end his career. He just keeps pawning back. But yeah, I expect them to win 2-1. Croatia always just seem to be a difficult team. But England needs to make a statement in this competition, so I expect them to start with the first game against a difficult side in Morocco. Ghana, Panama. Charlie, you have to win, no. You have to win. That is all I have to say. You can't afford to lose, because if you lose, I'm cooking you in the comment section on Twitter. I'm cooking you left, right, and center. You can't be as bad as your jollof. You get me. So 2-1 win for Ghana, because they are my brothers. They have to win, and Panama. I just don't know if Panama have enough for Ghana. Ghana is a good team. They've just been on hard times lately, but I expect them to come through and to not disappoint us. Uzbekistan, Colombia. Colombia also 2-1 win. But considering what Cape Verde have done to Spain, I wouldn't be surprised if Uzbekistan comes through and and makes it a game for themselves. These these so-called underdogs are really really understanding the way football is meant to be played. You don't come against the big dogs, the so-called big teams of the competition. Just open yourself up for them and just be like, oh, go play and have fun. You don't just do that. You go there and you have a mindset, you have a tactic, you have a plan, and you execute that plan to the T, and you fight with everything you've got. And I think that is what teams like Uzbekistan, teams like Panama are gonna do. So yeah. Anyways, that's what I think. That's day seven, right? Of my World Cup diary. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you think about the matches today. Let me know what you think about the matches yesterday. How do you feel about it? And see you in the next one.